六合八法 water style is believed to have been created in the 10th century by a Taoist hermit named Chen Bo, living in the western mountain Huán. Besides being learned and deeply versed in history and classics, he was also an accomplished martial artist who created Liu He Ba Fa to benefit one's health, strengthen the body, and to get rid of sickness and attain longevity. Liu He Ba Fa, as one of the highest forms of internal martial arts, had been taught from generation to generation, only to a handful of chosen students who were gifted and intelligent, possessed of exemplary courage and moral character. For more than 1,000 years since its creation, it was never taught openly, and consequently few people had really learned and mastered this art. As an internal art, Liu He Ba Fa in many ways resembles Tai Chi Quan. Both forms emphasize the importance of essence, jing, vital energy, qi, spirit, shén, awareness, and the fluidity and circularity of movements and postures. At the same time, Liu He Ba Fa is very different from Tai Chi Quan. In Tai Chi Quan, there are a lot of repetitive postures, whereas in Liu He Ba Fa, all postures are different. Even though some may look similar, not one posture is repeated within the form. Tai Chi Quan is practiced smoothly and gently, at a slow and even pace, but Liu He Ba Fa is practiced with alternating rhythm and timing, surging and ebbing, rising and falling, ever changing in its flow. The major distinction that sets Liu He Ba Fa apart from Tai Chi Quan is that, like Xíng Yi Quan, it emulates certain shapes or energetic forms under the conscious direction of the mind. Furthermore, Liu He Ba Fa also embodies the stepping and hand techniques of Ba Gua Zhang. Therefore, it is at once light and rooted, gentle and soft as Tai Chi Quan, but also agile and vivacious, full of changes and numerous variations as in Ba Gua Zhang. At the same time, like Xíng Yi Quan, it is masculine, powerful, and devastating. It is in a class by itself, a unique form of internal martial art. Liu He Ba Fa water style. What are the 6 unities? Liu He. First, it is the unity of mind and body. Second, it is unity of mind and consciousness. Third, it is unity of consciousness and qi. Fourth, it is unity of qi and shén. Fifth, it is unity of shén and action. Sixth, it is unity of action and emptiness. What are Ba Fa, the 8 principles? First, it is the principle of qi. Second, it is principle of bones. Third, it is principle of shape. Fourth, it is principle of following. Fifth, it is the principle of lifting. Sixth, it is the principle of going back and forth. 7. It is the principle of holding steady. 8. It is the principle of concealment. Born in the eastern part of Sichuan province in China, Helen Liang's martial arts ancestry goes back several generations. Her strict martial arts training began at age 3.5, under the guidance of her father, Master Helen Liang. She started with the training of various types of Emei and Shaolin Kung Fu. At age 11, she was chosen to train with the Sichuan Provincial Wushu School. Upon immigration to Canada at age 13, she immediately participated in the Canada-America Kung Fu, Karate, and Taekwondo competition, and won first and second place in black belt sword and long fist. Continued her martial arts training with her father after immigrating to Canada. She has learned competitor styles such as the long fist, straight sword, broadsword, spear, staff, and traditional styles such as Shaolin fist, Yanqing, Emei snake style, Emei fan, double sword, and many others. She started her internal martial arts training in 1986 and learned styles such as Chen, Yang, Sun, and Wu style Tai Chi, Xíng Yi, Ba Gua, and Liu He Ba Fa. In 1990, she became an instructor at Shou Liang Wushu Institute and the University of British Columbia. In 1994, at the International Invitational Wushu competition held in Shanghai, China, where 32 countries have participated, Helen was the recipient of numerous gold medals in Liu He Ba Fa, Emei snake style, sword, and fan. Also in 1994, when the North American martial arts demonstration team visited 10 cities in China, Helen and her sister's snake sparring form has been nationally broadcasted many times in China, and editorials and articles have been written for several magazines and newspapers. In Canada, her martial arts performances have also been broadcasted several times on network TV and pay TV. Recovering from cancer in 1997, Helen has been invited by Mr. Jeff Bald to demonstrate Liu He Ba Fa at the U.S. National Wushu competition held in Orlando. Her Liu He Ba Fa has been nationally broadcasted in the United States and worldwide. Relatives and friends overseas were all able to see her performance. In 1999, she has been selected as one of the famous martial artists included in the book Contemporary Famous Chinese Martial Artists. Helen graduated from the University of British Columbia with a bachelor's degree in economics. She is now working at the Royal Bank of Canada and is continuing her teaching at the Shou Liang Wushu Institute in Vancouver, BC. In this tape, Helen Liang will first show the complete set. She will then break the set into 4 sections. Following that, she will show the individual movements along with some examples of applications. Complete set demonstration. Section 1 Demonstration. Movement 1. Stop the wagon to ask for direction. Movement 2. Rein in the horse at the cliff. Movement 3. Close the gates and push at the moon. Movement 4. Rein in the horse at the cliff. Movement 5. Close the gates and push at the moon. Movement 6. Clear the clouds to reveal the sun. Movement 7. Pick out and replace the stars. Movement 8. A pair of geese in flight. Example of applications from Section 1. First application. Stop the wagon to ask for direction. Second application. Close the gates and push at the moon. End of the first section. Section 2 demonstration. Movement 9. Lone goose leaves its flock. Movement 10. Ever-flowing river. Movement 11. Ever-flowing river. Movement 12. Wild horse racing the wind. Movement 13. Crouching tiger listens to the wind. Movement 14. Feint to the east and attack in the west. Movement 15. Blue dragon stretches its claws. Movement 16. Lotus seeds of 9 levels. Example of applications from Section 2. First application. Wild horse racing the wind. Second application. Crouching tiger listens to the wind. End of second section. Section 3 Demonstration. Movement 17. Prancing horse turns its head. Movement 18. Follow and push. Movement 19. Startled horse turns its head. Movement 20. Flowers drop from a vase onto an inkstone. Movement 21. Water rushes down a mountain towering high. Movement 22. Young squire presents books. Movement 23. Woodcutter carries firewood on his back. Movement 24. Swallow pierced through the clouds. Example of applications from Section 3. First application. Follow and push. Second application. Startled horse turns its head. End of third section. Section 4 Demonstration. Movement 25. Swallow skims along the water. Movement 26. Deity picks out stars. Movement 27. Support heaven and shelter earth. Movement 28. Follow and push into the well. Movement 29. Morning sun strikes through the years. Movement 30. Intercept and push with both hands. Movement 31. Fragrant wind swirls the leaves. Movement 32. Double hook palm together with ending posture. Example of applications from Section 4. First application. Swallow skims along the water. Second application. Intercept and push with both hands. End of fourth section. Complete set demonstration.
Thank you for watching our video. We hope that you find it informative as well as entertaining. This video was brought to you by TC Media, who also publish Kung Fu Qigong magazine and kungfumagazine.com. These publications, as well as our vast video library, are just a portion of our offerings to you in the wide world of martial arts. Please take a brief moment to review our extensive collections of other products for the martial arts. Through our product fulfillment center, Martial Arts Mart, we bring you a complete selection of the highest quality products for the martial arts at affordable prices. We also offer valuable discounts and rapid delivery service by the most knowledgeable sales representatives. To receive a free catalog for yourself or your friends, please call us toll-free at 1-800-824-2433 or check out our online store at www.martialartsmart.com. Act now.